On a cold, rain-soaked road, a mother dog sat silently tied to a pole, her body trembling as she shielded her tiny puppies from the storm. Cars passed. People ignored her. But one man stopped, and in that moment, everything was about to change forever. The road was almost empty that evening. Rain fell steadily, blurring the streetlights and turning the asphalt into a mirror of cold reflections. The man was driving home, tired from a long day, when something unusual caught his eye near the roadside. At first, it looked like a pile of wet fur. He slowed down, his heart sinking as he realized it was a dog, sitting completely still beside a wooden pole. As he stepped out into the rain, the truth became painfully clear. A rope was tied tightly around her neck, securing her to the pole. She hadn't wandered there. She had been left. Beside her were 3 tiny puppies, pressed together, their small bodies shaking uncontrollably from the cold. They were too young to understand what was happening, only that their world felt unsafe. The mother dog didn't bark or cry for help. She simply watched the road, eyes dull with exhaustion, as if waiting for someone who would never return. Someone had made a decision here, to abandon a life, to walk away from responsibility. And now, in the middle of the rain, this small family was paying the price. Despite her own suffering, the mother dog never moved away from her puppies. Every drop of rain soaked into her fur, every gust of wind cut through her thin body, but she remained still, guarding them with quiet determination. Her ribs showed beneath her wet coat, evidence of days without proper food. One of her back legs trembled slightly, likely injured or simply exhausted from standing too long. Yet none of that mattered to her. Her eyes told the real story. They followed every movement the man made, filled with fear, but not aggression. She didn't growl. She didn't bare her teeth. Instead, she slowly shifted her body, placing herself between the stranger and her puppies, as if silently saying, "You can take anything from me, but not them." The puppies whimpered softly, nudging against her for warmth. Their tiny paws rested on her legs, trusting her completely. She lowered her head and gently licked each one, reassuring them in the only way she could. This dog had been betrayed, abandoned when she needed help the most. Yet even now, tied, starving, and soaked by rain, her instinct to love and protect burned stronger than fear. She wasn't asking for pity. She wasn't asking for comfort. She was only asking for her babies to survive. The man knelt down slowly, rain soaking through his clothes. He spoke softly, careful not to scare her. "It's okay. I'm here to help." The mother dog's body tensed, but she didn't pull away. She watched his hands closely as he reached toward the rope. With gentle movements, he began to untie the knot that held her captive. When the rope finally fell to the ground, something incredible happened. She didn't run. Instead, she turned back to her puppies. She nudged them with her nose, checking each one, then looked up at the man. For the first time, her eyes softened, not with fear, but with understanding. The man took off his jacket and wrapped the puppies inside it, shielding them from the cold. One by one, he lifted them carefully, holding them close to his chest. The puppies stopped crying almost instantly, feeling warmth and safety at last. The mother dog followed closely, step by step, never letting her babies leave her sight. Though weak and tired, she walked beside him, trusting him completely. In that quiet moment, under the falling rain, a bond was formed between a man who chose compassion and a mother who finally believed she was safe. At the shelter, warm, she hesitated at first, then began to eat, slowly, carefully, as if afraid it might disappear. When she finished, she lay down and pulled her puppies close, curling her body around them protectively. For the first time in days, she slept. The days that followed brought quiet miracles. The puppies grew stronger, their eyes opening wider with curiosity. Their weak cries turned into playful squeaks, their tiny tails beginning to wag. The mother dog began to change too. She started lifting her head when people entered the room. She accepted gentle touches. She allowed herself to believe that kindness still existed. The man visited often. He sat beside her, speaking softly, never forcing her trust, only earning it. Each visit, she moved closer to him. Each day, her fear faded just a little more. What once began as survival slowly transformed into hope. And hope, for this family, was something they had almost lost forever. Weeks later, the puppies were ready. One by one, They were adopted into loving homes, families who promised warmth, care, and safety. The mother dog watched them leave calmly, her tail wagging softly. She knew they were safe. As for her, she no longer needed to sit by the door and wait. The man who stopped in the rain never truly left. When it was her turn, she walked out beside him, not tied, not afraid, but free. Today, she sleeps on a warm bed. She eats without fear. And when she looks up at the man who saved her, her eyes shine with quiet gratitude. This story isn't just about a rescue. It's about a choice. Because sometimes, all it takes to save a life, or four, is one person willing to stop and one heart brave enough to care.